Hi, I'm Lisa Godfrey here with this week's installment of Edtech for Engagement, and today we'll be focusing on the letter F for Flipgrid. Flipgrid is basically a video discussion platform. Teachers can create different groups or classes, and they can add a topic or different assignments to their group to spark discussion. Students can respond to the different props and to each other with short videos. The mission of Flipgrid is to empower every learner to share their voice and respect the diverse voices of others in a positive and fun environment. And when students feel like they have a voice and their voices are respected, they're more likely to be engaged. Flipgrid gives students a voice. One of their tags is they bring the back row students to the front of the classroom. And I have seen this evidenced over and over and over again in my classes. Students who may be a little more reluctant to speak out in front of all of their peers, when they're given a smaller platform, like a video platform like Flipgrid, they're more likely to blossom and be willing to share their responses. And a lot of times they have a lot of really, really good stuff to say. They're just too shy to say it in class, or sometimes in class, even though teachers try to monitor the conversations, sometimes other students' voices drown out the voices of some of the quieter students. Flipgrid can be used in the classroom with students. It can be used for your professional learning communities and your staffs to engage them in professional learning. It can be used for your school to engage parents, to engage community supporters. It can be used for different events that you're hosting to supercharge and get people excited about the different events. Within the classroom, just a couple examples, and these examples are just barely touching the surface of all that Flipgrid can allow you to do. In math, students can work through a problem and then they can explain the steps that they took to get that answer. And so that if they have the wrong answer, you can see their thinking process and know what you need to do as far as an intervention to help them get on the right track. They can physically model math concepts. In science, they can demonstrate a science lab. They can get on and wrap up a science lab by doing an audio recording, a video recording of the results of their project or their lab. Is this what they thought would happen? They should have seen this, but they saw this. They could discuss and debate different topics like global warming or gene editing. Different concepts like that. It's a great way to allow them to engage in some healthy discussion. For a social studies class, they could create a video diary of historical figures. It could also be a space for debate. What would have happened if, America wouldn't have done this or wouldn't have done this. So there's an opportunity to debate there. You could do current event presentations. So every student needs to go find one current event and post a short video about it. In the English language class, they can do book talks. They can do reading reflections. They could role play a character from a reading. They could answer discussion questions. And so these can either be the actual assignment, or these are great extra learning opportunities for your students as well. In the world language class, Flipgrid is a must. It is a wonderful platform to allow students to practice the language and for the teachers to be able to hear all of the students. You can send messages to students or to teachers. So I had a co-teacher one time who had surgery. And so my entire class did little Flipgrid videos, and then we sent the group to the teacher. So she had all of these little get well messages. When we go to the media center and our media specialist explains the library procedures to my students, I come back to the classroom and I have them do a thank you Flipgrid to the media specialist. I'm teaching them to be thankful, and we just want to let her know how much we appreciate all the work that she does in our school. You can have different Flipgrids where you could introduce faculty or introduce coaches or introduce teams. You could bring in an outside expert. So you can have different people. You can give these links to different people in the community or outside of your community. They can create little videos, and then your students can go in and watch these videos so they can see people who are experts in their field talking to your class about a given topic. It's a great ticket out the door. So, hey, before you leave, everybody shoot me just a quick little Flipgrid video. Tell me the top 3 things you learned in class today, or, give me your top thing you learned and the one thing that's still kind of muddy. Right now, it's a great opportunity for a virtual help desk. Have your students go ahead and post their need on a Flipgrid. You can moderate it so that it doesn't go out to everybody, but it's a great way for the student to walk through and explain to you what's going on. You can use it just for fun and lots more. The possibilities are endless. This is one that I did in my freshman classroom. I teach freshman English. And so I had all of the people that my freshmen come in contact with. I had their math teachers and their science teachers and their football coach and their graphic design teacher and the media specialist and a counselor and an assistant principal. I had them all do just a short little video about why they like to read, what they read when they were in high school, and how they use reading now in their lives. And it's just a great way for my students to be able to relate to other adults in the class or in the building about a topic like reading. It is a free tool for you. There's no premium, whatever. You get all of the benefits for free. To get started, there is a Flipgrid Facebook, and they share ideas there, so you can check them out. You can also follow on Twitter. So Flipgrid is at Flipgrid, and then you can use the hashtag FlipGridFever to search for how other teachers are using Flipgrid in their classes. And so real fast, I want to go ahead and just walk you through how you can set up a Flipgrid. You can sign up, again, I said for free. If you already have an account, which I do, you can log in. So this is your teacher dashboard. Looks a little different than it does for the student. But you come over here and you would create a group. Give your group a name. You can customize the join code if you want, if it's available. And most of the time it starts with your last name, so it is available. You can decide how the students are going to log in. I usually use student email address, and then I include both the email address for the students and for the teachers. But if I wanted it public because I wanted to allow anybody to use it, then I would just hit public and I wouldn't have to limit who could access it. You can decide whether or not students get an email if somebody watches their video or responds to their video. I can hide this if I don't want to release it yet, if I want to create it and release it at a later time. But most of the time I just do mine, and so they're active. And then you can personalize them. You can bring in your own picture, or it gives you different pictures to use. I usually bring in my own pictures, but today, just for the sake of time, I'm just going to steal one, and then you click create. And my group is ready to go. And you can share this in a variety of ways. You can share it with a QR code. So this is great if you want to have your kids do on a scavenger hunt around the building. You can post different QR codes, and when they're in each space, there's something that they need to watch and then they need to respond to. You can post it directly to Google Classroom. It pairs and plays very well with Google Classroom. You can use it as an embed code. So if you're using Canvas and you want to stick this in an announcement or an assignment, that's a great way to use that embed code. It pairs with Microsoft Teams. You can share this directly on Remind. You can send it out in a tweet. Or if none of these are what you need, you can just copy this URL and send this out directly. So we are good there. Once inside my group, I want to create a topic. It will automatically populate a topic for you. Just a hello, get to know you one that it populates. You can keep it, or if you don't want to, you can come down here to actions and delete it. But if I want to create something here, how do you use Flipgrid? spell it right. If I wanted to send this out to you all to say, how do you use Flipgrid? I would create my prompt. I can also add a video. I can right now record a video if I wanted to record a video for my students. I don't tend to like to record live, so I would record a video and then upload it. You can bring in an MP4, you can bring in a movie file, or you can bring in something from YouTube. So or Vimeo, if there's a video out there I want students to watch and then respond to, I can post that. You can upload an image. Maybe you want the students to look at this image and then identify or reflect. I can post a GIF. If I just want it to be fun, I can post an emoji. It connects with Microsoft. It connects with Google. If I want to upload something from either of those, with Kahoot, with Wakelet, with Nearpod, with Newzilla, with Spark, with Wonderopolis, with Buncee. It connects with all of these so that I can bring in materials from there in my prompt. I can moderate my topics. So if you're concerned about what your students might post, you can click it so that you have to okay it first. So you'll get a notification when a student posts, and then that lets you know that, hey, you need to go in and look and see if it's good enough to release to everybody. I don't tend to have a problem, so I don't moderate mine. If something does come up, and I think one time something has come up, I just go in and usually a student will tell me and I can, get it pretty fast and get rid of it. You can decide how much time. It goes up to 10 minutes. So students can record up to 10 minutes. And you can do intervals in between. If you just want them to real quick get in, get out, in 30 seconds, tell me what you learned. That's a great way to have them be succinct and really focus. You can have them comment through video and text. You can allow it so that it's video comments only or text comments only, or you can allow it so that they can't comment on each other at all. So once I've selected how I want to moderate it, I can come in and I can share my topic. My topic is ready to go. Again, I have all of these wonderful options to share this specific topic. Before we were looking at sharing the group, now we're looking at sharing the topic. I'm all set. And then I would just wait for somebody to respond. So to record, it's super easy. Let's move this. I have several different options here. If I have something already that I, made on my phone, or, the students made on their phone and they want to upload it here because you need the place to store them and to be able to grade them effectively, then upload the clip here if you want mic only, if you want to mirror the image, to flip the image. If you want to mute the mic, I use this in my sign language classes so that we don't pick up the background noise. And you can also do a screencast. You can record the screen. I can do different effects. So I have filters. If I want to, if you have students who maybe don't want to show their face, you can use these. Most of the time, the reason I want to do a video is so that I can see their face. You have different frames and emojis that you can put on, and text and boards and photos and all kinds of other tools that can engage the students and just they enjoy it. It makes it a little more fun for them. When I'm ready, I click. It gives me a 3-second countdown. Once I have the countdown, I'm creating my video and I can answer my prompt that you gave me. And then when I am done, let me move myself. I am ready to hit next over here. Once I have the countdown, I'm creating my video and I can display my name however I want it. It automatically connects with whatever they log in. I have mine, they log in with their Google, so it gives their given name. A lot of times, especially this semester, students don't use their given name. They go by their middle name or a nickname, and I allow them to change that so that I can get to know them. If I wanted to add a link, I could. A title. Sometimes I have them put a title. One thing you can do with the title is you can do hashtag and then whatever, if they're hashtag pro an idea or hashtag con. And then later you can say, go find somebody who has the opposite idea of you and watch and see if their argument was valid or something like that. So you can search that way. Or if you're reading books, they can title it with their book title. So lots of options there. And then you hit submit and it takes just a minute for it to upload. And then it will give you a nice little confetti cannon that just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside to know that you have uploaded and you have success. And we are now complete. And that is how you can use Flipgrid in your classroom. Have fun.